What's up, you guys? Welcome back. I had full intention of going live yesterday, but they changed the time of the show. And by the time I would have done that, it would have been like, I don't know, 4 in the morning my time, if I'd have had time to do that. So I didn't do it. But, while a lot of what happened at that show is still fresh in my mind, I wanted to tell you guys a little bit about the inner sanctum. Okay? A couple of things happened. We're going to let some people get in the room, and then we'll get to it. This is not going to be a long live. I got to get to work, man. I am way behind. I've been gone since Tuesday in Las Vegas. Most of you guys who are watching know this. And I got back home last night. I pulled into the house. It was about 12 o'clock my time. So I'm all screwed up right now. So technically, even though it's 8 o'clock, for me, I feel like it's 5 o'clock because I was just starting to get used to the Vegas time change. You know, it's 3 hours behind. So, yeah, I'm definitely a little jet lagged. But I woke up excited and I can't wait to get back to work. Like, to be honest, I realized some pretty cool things. And he said, "How many cuts today?" I got about like maybe 14 people on the schedule, which isn't crazy. It isn't a crazy schedule today. I'm clocking out by 4 o'clock. Like, I'm done by like 4 o'clock, 4:30. I'm done. So what it was I blocked this day off initially, but my barber Johan, congratulations to him, which I still haven't even reached out yet. But he just had a baby, so he's out, and I had to get back because we're a little short-handed. So, you know, that's all that is. But I gotta get back to it, and I'm excited. Good morning, Amber. What up, Chris? He said, "What up, Eddie? I'm out here on the golf course, supporting the Wounded Warrior Project in a tournament." Dude, I wish I was there with you, man. You see the good hat, and you know, people have been asking me why I've been wearing the good hat. Like, I don't know if you guys watch Good, the golf channel. But I'm a huge fan. All right, I love these guys. So on Father's Day, my wife bought me some of the merch, and I just love it, man. And I've been wearing it. You know, these guys are some awesome golfers, and they make great content. So, you know, I like golf a lot. So let's talk about the inner sanctum. You guys ready? There's enough people in the room. Enough people who matter. All right. So what this was that I went to, this was what they call a B2B show. Not just any B2B show, but this is, as I am told, the biggest one in the world. So anybody who runs a company of pretty much any kind in our industry is there. And they have representatives there. This is unlike any other barber show where your people are cutting hair on stage and you're selling products to people who are walking by. This is for distributors. So for places like 614 Barbershop to have the products that they need to sell, to get them at the margins they need to get them at, and, you know, Gamma and Stylecraft and all this other stuff, right? So I learned quite a bit at this show. It really blew my mind. Now, I don't know if you guys have ever had a moment like this, but the moment that I feel I don't know what's gonna happen. You know, I show up and I'm supposed to be there because I've used a lot of our products. Like, I've used a lot of the clippers since conception. And, you know, despite what some of you guys think, there's people that will leave comments about some of the Gamma stuff out there, talking about how we copy other people and all this other stuff. Well, allow me to address this just briefly for a second. We actually have engineers. These dudes are as sharp as they come. And one of our engineers, I talk with them quite regularly, all right? So some of the concepts that we have, they might begin with a body that's familiar or something like that, but a lot of the components that are inside of it, I don't want to lose you guys. A lot of the components that are inside of it are ours, and a lot of the ideas that come from these things are mine and some of the other testers and parts of the other company. All right. So with that being said, you ever prepare for a moment in life, your whole life, and you didn't really realize what it was? That's kind of what that felt like to me. So here I am sitting down with people who are buying large orders of goods. All kinds of clippers, all kinds of trimmers. And these guys are trying to project their future sales, and they're trying to figure out what would be best for them, for their demographic, for who they're selling to, what would be the best product for them. And it was crazy because my whole life I had been working in this industry, and I could actually tell what would work for some people and what would not. And it was very easy for me. It felt very natural, and I was able to kind of help these people get what it was that they needed to get, or what would make them profitable. And I met a whole lot of people that we have future ideas. This was a real opportunity to meet some of the biggest players that are behind the scenes that nobody knows, and some people know. So it was a really neat show. In fact, the wall booth was right beside the Gamma booth, right? And all day long, all it is meetings. You sit in on meetings, and people discuss different things. So I just happened to notice that the wall booth and the Gamma booth, we were busy around the clock. There were so many people stopping by. It felt like I got pulled out of one meeting and into another. There was like 5 meetings at a time going, and sometimes I was being pulled into different directions, and it was just awesome. And I look over at the wall booth. They were kind of busy too, but not like crazy. And it just felt like the more that company remains complacent, the better off we all are. And yes, they unveiled a gold magic clip there, and I have a video of the gold magic clip. It has a metal lever. It feels a little bit more powerful than the original magic clip. It has well, I don't know if it'll come with a stand or whatever, but there was a stand that it was there on. And it looks like there's a combo with a wall detailer that's just like painted a little bit different. Not sure if there's any different internal, and I didn't get a chance to ask them about what the battery life and things of that nature are. But that was their big thing. And a lot of things that had always irritated me about wall, they all make sense. You get complacent, you make money, you stand still, you don't do new things. And it's funny because here there's companies like Gamma, Stylecraft, and JRL that are just nipping away at their profits every year, coming out with great products that are of a much higher value. And I'll say JRL and Gamma and Stylecraft are certainly doing that, and they're making it hard for people to say, why would I want a 70-minute runtime when I could have a 4-hour runtime or a 6-hour runtime with the Sabres? Why would I want to have that old technology that's still being produced this day when I could have technology that was being developed this year? So those are the things that were running through my mind. And Vegas is just like a larger than life type of place. That was my first time as an adult ever being there, and the whole experience with the team, with the nightlife, with the places we went out to eat and the things that we did. We ate at the same restaurant that they filmed part of Casino in, and I gotta watch Casino again because it's just a place that's just full of so much history that everywhere you go in Vegas, it's like something pretty big has happened here. And I had like the ultimate, just the ultimate good time. I really did. It was just a lot of fun. So big things. The big takeaways from that is this. All right. I've said this before on the channel, and I'll say it again. There are things in your life that you're doing right now, and it's all going to make sense one day. I always knew certain things were important. I always knew it was important to keep filming videos. I always knew it was important to keep cutting hair. I knew it was important to keep growing my clientele and keep finding new ways to learning how to edit, learning how to film correctly, learning how to put my stories together, learning how to tell my story. I always knew that all these pieces were important, but I never really understood 100% why. I just kept on staying the course. But I knew it was important. And it was almost like a moment like this was part of why it was all happening. So everything feels like it's coming together, and it'll come together for you too. There's things that you're doing in your life that are going to play a major role in the future, and one of them was just being a barber and understanding not only the clipper that you're using, but all the clippers that come out. Buying all of them and using all of them. Not only does that teach you a few things. One, it teaches you how good that other product is. Two, you remember what you paid for it. And three, you remember what the overall thought of it was. So it was fairly easy for me to talk about certain things. Like our new electric shaver, for instance, the Rebel electric shaver. I got a lot of information on that. I'm going to drop a video on it soon, but since you guys are here, you'll get a little sneak peek. It's going to be $79. It's faster than an FX3. It's just as smooth, if not smoother. And it's just an incredible little electric shaver, and it's going to be at a great price. So when I sat down with some of these executives, and they asked me, why would they buy this electric shaver over what's out there? And I said, aside from the performance, which is better than any other electric shaver out there currently, I said, aside from the performance of the electric shaver itself, the price point, $79. What are you going to go buy that competes with this? FX3 is $99. The Andis Pulse is $200. I paid $240 for it. I know it's come down some, so we'll just say $200. And the Wall Finale, you're going to go buy that old technology? Nobody's going to go buy that now. So I would view, prior to this, the FX3 as the gold standard. But having all this in my mind and just knowing about it was what was kind of crucial. Just knowing this all inside and out is what was kind of crucial. I had to understand all that in order to do it. Wavy Cuts. What up, Eddie? I finished barber school Monday, and this is my second official work day. I'm so excited to get out there in a regular work schedule. I look forward to these lives, man. Yo, Wavy Cuts, that's awesome, bro. Congratulations and shout out to you, my guy. It's a huge accomplishment to finish barber school, and this is one of them things that I was just talking about. Like maybe you don't understand exactly where all the pieces fit, but once he gets in a barbershop, he starts making good money. He says, you know what, it was all worth it. And little by little, he starts expanding in his craft and in his role, and maybe starts filming, maybe starts doing something else. Maybe even barbering leads you down a different path. I mean, you will come in contact with so many people at the barbershop that opportunities will present themselves, and you never know what might happen in a couple of years. Somebody might come to you and say, hey, you know, I got this great opportunity for you. And it could be in the hair business and it might not be. It's just, it opens a lot of doors, and may your doors open. I hope that everything that you do going forward, just realize staying that extra hour at work, it will add up in the end. Coming in a little early, it will add up in the end. Staying devoted to your craft, it will all make sense. It will all add up. Nothing that you do today, even if no customers come, even if nobody sees you sitting there, doesn't matter. It will all add up in the end. One day you'll be so busy that you'll have to turn clients away. Just like me raising my prices, and I had a client telling me, well, you raise your prices, man, you're getting a little expensive for me. And I told him this. I said, I didn't really want to raise my prices. I was just too busy. And if I have booked like 2 months out, I can't supply and demand. I have to raise my prices. I have to get rid of some of these customers to make room for the ones who are paying. Otherwise, what am I doing here? We have to constantly look at supply and demand. If the demand for me is high and the supply for me, I'm only one person, is low, well, here we go. Now, if it's the other way around, then maybe your prices need to stay a little bit lower. You need to just keep banging out. You can keep going, keep grinding. Cut hair for less if you have to, until the day that you can start raising your customers, until the day that you can start raising your prices. All right, it's a give and take type of situation. I know a lot of people, and Marv talks about this, know their worth, this and that. I get it, but you also have to know your worth among your customer base, among your city, and look at all your demographics. All right, you can't go out here and be like, today's my first day out of barber school, I'm cutting hair for $100 a cut because I went to barber school. Like, great. Look at the competition, look at the supply and demand, and make the decision there that makes sense. The new wall shaver has a battery level indicator. Thank God. Thank God, the wall shaver. He said, is it me or is the Rever shaver still missed the mark with no battery level indicator? Breaking news, golf update. Oh, Dustin Johnson, -9, leading the Open. Oh my God, I got to put that on. I can't wait to get there. No, it's gonna be awesome. I will tell you this. Has anybody ever had an electric shaver die in their hands while they were using it because they forgot to charge it? That hasn't happened to me since the Burgundy wall shaver. I mean, even the finales, when they were like on their last bit of power, I would still be able to squeak out what I needed to. So I don't really view having a crazy long battery life on electric shavers as like paramount. Obviously, I want the most battery life we can get. I'm with that 100%. But if it cut costs a little bit and it's got at least over an hour, maybe hour and a half of runtime, I can live with that. I mean, in an electric shaver. Now, clippers are different. Trimmers, I mean, what do you guys think? What do you guys think a trimmer runtime should be? Just curious. What do you expect a trimmer runtime should be? What do you expect a electric shaver runtime should be? And what should a clipper runtime be? And while you guys are answering, I'm going to share a little story. So there was one of the customers. He was selling to these cosmetologists who don't do very many men's haircuts, but they have a slight interest in doing men's haircuts. And as practical as this solution is, I tell this guy, we have our Power Ride clipper trimmer combo from Gamma, and I tell this guy, it might make sense to go with something that's corded for these cosmetologists, because if they're not doing a lot of haircuts, their stuff might wind up, they might forget to charge it, and they're not really getting the use out of those batteries as they're deteriorating. And at the end of the day, just having that one to either back you up, or if it takes you a long time to do a haircut, if you got it corded, I mean, it's a very sensible option. But obviously, people don't necessarily want to have a let me read some of these. I'm sorry. He said, would you mind explaining a decent schedule to be available as possible, but still keep my marriage and family life intact? Maybe make a video on it. Actually, yeah, that's actually a really good point, Wave, because this is I'll just give you a quick short answer. The most important thing you can be at the barbershop is be there when you say you're going to be there, and don't leave. So once you establish your schedule, whatever it is, hopefully it's 40 to 50 hours plus a week. Once you establish that schedule, and you also have to talk with your wife and let her understand that this is temporary. The extra hours that I have to put in are temporary. You will be able to develop your own schedule and make your life a lot easier in the next 2 years if you do this. But that's one side of it. And then the other side of it is, whatever schedule you can work that schedule, and do not deviate from it. Clients will come to remember, oh, Ed's here on Mondays. I'm going to stop in and see Ed because I know he's here on Mondays. Every time I come in on a Monday, he's there right as rain. So that's what you got to realize, is the clients are going to come to rely on you. And when you tell them you're going to be there on Monday and you're not, that's when they're like, well, I'm done with Ed. The hell with that. Concise the Barber, good morning. He said, no, I plug it in after I balled out the head. Yeah, I haven't had anything die in my hands with a shaver. Clipper, 3 hours plus. Trimmer, 2 hours plus. I'd say 2 hours for a trimmer, 90 minutes for a shaver. Yeah, that's kind of exactly what I was thinking. You know, if your trimmer, so our new trimmer, it has a 4-hour runtime, right? And I was just thinking, like, 4 hours of runtime for travel purposes is amazing. It's amazing because you could do a lot of haircuts. Like, your trimmer is never going to run for 4 hours in one day. I mean, I don't know. Maybe if you're doing designs, you're like Rob the Original, and you're doing some serious artwork or something. Okay, maybe. But those are kind of special cases, you know. That's a little bit of a different story. But I'm saying, as a barber working in the field, 4 hours of runtime for a trimmer, it is a bit of a overkill situation. So let me ask you this. If 4 hours of runtime is too much, would you guys rather see 2 hours of runtime and pay a lower price? Just out of curiosity. And when it comes to the shaver, I rarely plug my shavers in. And I do have backups, so I'm not really afraid of it dying, but it never has died. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Just out of curiosity, because it seems like there could be a it seems like there could be a happy medium. You know what? I don't want to bring my sunglasses in. Then I forget to take them with me. Yeah, I'm actually doing this. So there's like a veteran. There's like a veteran situation, like fundraiser here, and I'm trying to give them some products and some gift cards. So that's something I got to remember to do today. I gotta bring some products out, and I gotta bring some cards, and I got my gift cards too. So we're gonna try to do something for them, you know. So yeah, 2 hours is pretty good. He said Bevel has a trimmer that's 6 hours, which is more focusing on home use. Yeah, I know, and that's a little funny. But all right, you guys, I gotta ride out, man. I appreciate you all, and I got work to catch up on. So this is the YouTube Barber Academy. I'm Mr. Eddie Barber, and I'm out of here. Peace.